All right, so parting is such sweet sorrow. Okay, um, the way this system is set up, it just can't continue on. Okay, people are going to start saying, you guys want us to go extinct. See, here's what you can do: you can raise prices up to a certain point. Your tyranny can only reach a certain level until it'll just start to fuck you up. Okay? We've seen this in a setting from Lord of the Rings. Morgoth ran shit. Morgoth is the original evil overlord in that setting. Okay? Now, he gets, for whatever reason, he gets imprisoned. Morgoth, Nyarlathotep. And so, therefore, now Sauron has to run everything. Okay, we know Sauron is Yog-Sothoth, an AI. Okay, so we're in this, supposedly, we are in the age of AI, but parting is such sweet sorrow. Giving up this world, a world where you just get to torture as you please, cause as much pain as you possibly can. Okay, that's your dream world. Anybody who opposes you gets beaten down. Anybody who gives in to you gets to have a little slice of the pie. Okay? But the more they do this, the more obvious it's going to be. This is why there has to be a Pepsi to, their Coca-Cola. A Burger King to their McDonald's. Okay? So he has to. Now he'll reemerge, of course, this Nyarlathotep, but he has to. He can't. It just doesn't work. Okay, and I'm saying, and lucky for him, he's got a little dog named Yog-Sothoth, who can come in and fill in for him and give y'all a different look. Okay, because you're going to get so used to this look, this energy, that you're going to be able to, you're just going to not, you're going to say, hey, I'm done with it. And you will rebel against them. You don't know you're rebelling against Nyarlathotep. You don't give a shit. But you're just going to, so anyways, so supposedly we're in this age of AI. Okay? Which is supposed to streamline businesses. It's supposed to, make everything more efficient to the point where Elon Musk was saying, hey, that's one thing we're going to see this year. This is one of his great genius billionaire predictions. Was that AI was going to make business so efficient, make everything so efficient that we see deflation. Okay? But these dodo birds that are in charge, I'm saying they can't let it go. They're gonna push this shit to the max. So that means making gas as expensive as possible, groceries, rent, everything. Okay, because this is their way of oppressing a bitch. They used to be able to oppress you with serial unalivers and mass 187ers. Okay, they really can't do that anymore with Arya out here. So now it's just all switched to this bitch ass economic oppression. And that can only last for so long. So they're telling you they're switching to this age of AI But if that's the case, then motherfucker, where's this dystopian welfare state? Okay, what's up with that? Where's the AI supposedly making things so efficient that all these prices go down, that all these businesses are so much easier to operate? Where is that? Okay, I see you doing whatever little shit you can do, attacking Iran. I'm saying raising prices. And I'm really, y'all don't have, this is why you guys gotta go, because you really don't have a lot left as far as oppressing people. Your enforcement arm, which is the serial unalivers, which y'all may not think that's a big deal, okay? But that shit was huge. That was a huge way to oppress people and to get everybody to think like how this bitch wants you to think, which is that we're all equal, we're all dirt. Okay? And there's proof you're dirt right there. Your Night Stalker come walking down the street once the sun goes down and eat your fucking kids. Okay? So, so now that is over, that chaptery of history is over, which, by the way, the boomers had those things everywhere. Every 2 months, one of these motherfuckers would pop up. So I don't want to hear y'all talking all this shit about these poor boomers, because they had to go through that, and you didn't. Okay? Everybody wants to wonder why they're so fucked up in the head. Well, there you go. There's a good excuse. So anyways, I'm saying, so that whole reign, that whole age is dying. Okay? If you don't think that was extremely integral, extremely important to Nyarlathotep running his shit, you're out of your mind. Okay, and I'm saying, and now he's trying, so he's trying to get buck, he's trying to get, flex his muscles. We had the ice thing going on. Then he really stepped it up to this shit. Which, by the way, we're at war with Iran, but the Iranian soccer team is going to be coming to LA to play in the World Cup. Okay? This is just how much of a joke that whole war is. If you're really at war with somebody, that would not be happening. So he's trying to enforce some shit. He sees y'all starting to question everything and realize history is all a lie. You've been lied to the year 2000, and the whole lockdown was all a lie. Now, that was really them flexing. That was really when they took it to the extreme. They can't do that again. Okay, prove me wrong, bitch. Y'all can't do that again. So they're gonna, it kind of feels like it's been like a mini lockdown here with these gas prices and just, especially for poor people like myself. People who just funnel every last bit of energy, every last cent into destroying your ass. But yeah, so things have been, well, I don't know if there's anybody else like that in the world, but things like that have, like the year 2000, has not us, because we already knew, but shown the world, that you are an oppressive tyrant. And I'm saying, and now you're coming back as if that wasn't enough. It'll never be enough for them. Okay? And I'm saying they'll end up there's been revolutions, okay? There's been times when people said, I've had enough, come meet this guillotine, okay? In Russia and in France. So they can't just be running around here acting like they can just do whatever they want scot-free. No, you're going to have to switch it up. So you're talking about this, you're making AI look really stupid with all this shit. But maybe not. Maybe you're making us, because like I would rather have a computer running the country than Donald Trump. I mean, as I've said before, if there was like a plane crash and everybody on the plane was marooned on a desert island and we needed to figure out who the leader of this desert island was going to be, you know, somebody who's smart, somebody who's wise, somebody who can, you know, get people to work with each other, pragmatic, all these types of things. Donald Trump would be the last motherfucker on that island I chose. This is I'm saying on a desert island with only 50 people on it. So now we're talking about an entire nation, and this is the best man you could find, was Donald Trump. I forget exactly where I was going with that, but luckily I'm running out of time, so I can't screw up too much more in this video. But yeah, oh yeah, the computer. I'd rather have the computer as the president. Yeah. So maybe you're not making AI look dumb, but you're making AI look inept. Okay, because there's all these miracle things it's supposed to do with the businesses, but you just can't let go. Elon Musk already said it. He said, you know, this is your boy, Dual Mephistos. And he came out and said that it was going to create deflation. I'm just saying, like, how much can a gallon of gas cost? How much can a loaf of bread cost? Okay, we're about to find out. How much can it cost until it's off with your heads 2026? Okay? Now, I have a whole, I have no intentions of hurting anybody physically. You're going to lose your mind. We can already see Donald Trump is losing his mind. Joe Biden lost his mind. All of y'all bitches are going to lose your minds. So it'll be off with your heads like that. Nobody has to touch you. No, you're disgusting. I don't want to be anywhere near you. So anyways, so I'm saying those things can be done. Especially now they can be done. Okay? If a motherfucker really wants to do it. And if you really give us, you know, enough fuel, no pun intended, enough fuel for that to happen. So I'm saying, so they can only play around so much, they can only do this tyranny so much, the prices and inflation, and I'm saying rent and everything, cost of living. It can only go on so much till people realize, all right, y'all bitches just want us extinct. And this is where the vampire has to jump in, because they want you extinct if they can't rule. So now the vampire has to jump in, Sauron has to jump in and say, oh, no, I don't want you extinct. Here, I want you to live. I just want you to live as a fucking slug that I can just leech the energy out of. Okay? And with that to happen, then you really have to have deflation and everything cheap, everything subsidized by the government, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, Trump was also supposed to give everybody $2,000 checks, he was saying, because of the tariffs. So anyways, this video is nothing compared to the videos I'll be making after it. I just wanted to get this out of the way.